to do better to connect the dots and let people know the reason you can't afford a home is because of these failed immigration policies. The reason you're not going to be able to afford your food is because of these failed immigration policies. And the same can go for the hospitality industries, where we have so many of those in the hospitality industry that are saying they do not have the workers that they need right now.
I'm going to tell you something before we bring in Stephen Gardner. I can smell it coming. I've smelled it coming before. Jasmine Crockett's days in Congress are numbered. I'm telling you. I told you. We've talked about this many times. Street communists and elite communists are two separate things. And you can move from being a street to being an elite. But what you are never, ever, ever allowed to do is cause trouble for the elite communists. You cause too much trouble, back to the streets you go. Ask Jamal Bowman. Ask Cori Bush. Why do you think AOC is such a good little girl now? Joining me now, Stephen Gardner. You can find his amazing videos. They're really well done at YouTube. Stephen Gardner 1 on YouTube. Stephen, my understanding is that Jasmine Crockett's already under investigation.
She is, yeah. It turns out she's been taking money through ActBlue, which is about to be heavily investigated for money laundering, for bringing foreign money into American elections. I think the days of Jasmine Crockett, as you say, are numbered.
Okay, I need you to expand on ActBlue for all the normies out there watching who don't understand this organization. I'm old enough to remember Hurricane Harvey here in Houston when they were soliciting donations and all of it went to ActBlue. It didn't go to hurricane people at all. This has been a scummy organization for a while. Tell me about it.
So ActBlue is the #1 mechanism for the Democrat Party to raise money. It's now under suspicion of bringing foreign dollars into American elections. Remember those fires that happened under Gavin Newsom's watch not long ago? Well, you had people like Elizabeth Warren who said, go donate money. It went through ActBlue. You had Black Lives Matter, donate money. It went through ActBlue. Mark Kelly of Arizona, it went through ActBlue. On and on and on. So James O'Keefe from O'Keefe Media Group, he's been doing a lot of street work to go to ActBlue, ask them questions. He's been knocking doors on these Democrat donors. Some of them, many of them, are senior citizens that are having their identity stolen, and they are funneling 50, 100, 1,000 donations through an 80-year-old grandma in Louisiana that somehow magically donates $36,000, yet her annual income for the year is only $12,000. So ActBlue has been, again, the #1 fundraising arm for the Democrat Party, but I believe it's a total scam, and I believe that Congress immediately needs to investigate ActBlue.
Okay, a couple things I need clarification on. Is this a 501c3, meaning is this a profit? Is it a charity is what people would know it as? That's one. Two, if they're funneling, because I've heard these tales before, cash through some little old lady who makes $36,000 a year, where's the cash originating?
So they're going to have to follow that money back. My understanding, though, is, you know, if you knock on somebody's door and they say, yeah, I didn't make these 55 donations totaling $36,000. There's a money trail. There has to be a money trail. So why isn't Congress immediately acting on this? This is one of my beef with the Republican Party, is you literally have what appears to be a smoking gun. And what do? They sit on their thumbs. So yes, this is a mechanism for raising money. But all money has a money trail. It's the easiest way to catch people in a crime, but they've got to actually do the legwork. So should they release DOGE on this? Most likely. Should they have a congressional hearing on this? Absolutely. Will they? I couldn't tell you that.
Speaking of DOGE, Elon Musk was out there saying this.
We anticipate savings in FY26 from reduction of waste and fraud by $150 billion. And I mean, and some of it is just absurd, like people getting unemployment insurance who haven't been born yet. I mean, I think anyone can appreciate whether, I mean, come on, that's just crazy. You know, some of these things, if people ask me like, well, how are you going to find waste and fraud in the in the government. I'm like, well, actually just go in any direction. That's how you find it. It's very common. it's, as the military would say, target-rich environment.
I hate the term waste and fraud, to be honest, Stephen, and it's not that there's not tons of waste. This government, of course, there is, but this is theft. When you have theft at this level, I feel like you're putting a smiling face on it, calling it waste and fraud. We've been robbed.
Absolutely. I believe that we've been robbed. They're using our tax dollars against us. We found from the DOGE investigations that many of these charities were fake, these NGOs were fake. They've hijacked Christian churches like the Catholic Church and the Lutheran Church in order to invade the United States of America using our own money against us. So is DOGE doing a great job? Yes. Unfortunately, Congress is going to continue to spend more because they're addicted to spending other people's money. But what they're really exposing is if nobody is paying attention and nobody cares, you can steal an awful lot of money from the American people. And these NGOs, I mean, look at George Soros, for example. The guy puts in $1 billion, creates a fake charity, and then he gets some Democrat in Washington, D.C. to put up billions of dollars through USAID. Then what does he do? He floods the country with illegal immigrants. Now the taxpayer is on the hook for, all of the safety net programs. Then you find out that they're putting them into Social Security. They're getting them ID cards. Now they're voting in elections. It's just a giant circle jerk, and the American people are the losers. But I have hope. I'm not trying to blackpill anybody. I have a lot of hope that good things are going to come out of this. But man, does President Trump and Congress have a giant uphill battle.
Speaking of uphill battle, Trump is trying to realign the world economically right now with his fair trade, tariff stuff. Talk about it.
So I think what he's doing is absolutely brilliant. What he's trying to do is, Congress blocked him from building a wall on the southern border. We all see how that would have helped with all the illegal immigration. But what he's doing right now is, I believe President Trump has realized one of the greatest assets on planet Earth is the collective spending power of the American people. Nobody spends money like Americans. And so if you want to do business in the United States of America, there's going to be a tariff. Or if you want to avoid that tariff, you've just got to bring jobs and your company here. What has happened? Nearly $4 trillion in committed investment. Companies all over the world bringing jobs back. Apple, NVIDIA, pumping hundreds of billions of dollars in. We're talking hundreds of thousands of good paying jobs. So what happened under these globalists, under people in the 90s, is they said, wait a minute, you can go to China and other parts of the world and you can run your business for cheaper, or you can expand to a foreign market. But then the door was left open where they could come back in and compete with America. And so then all of a sudden you have jobs going away. Wages are not keeping up with inflation. So I believe what the tariffs are going to do is not only level the playing field, but it's going to bring even more money and better jobs back to America. I mean, we're already seeing this. Look at the United Auto Workers. They're singing Trump's praises. The coal industry singing Trump's praises. The oil industry singing Trump's praises. The chips makers, they're all coming back to America. So I think that this is going to be huge. I think it's a long game. I don't think Trump's worried about the stock market. He's going to let the stock market take care of itself. But I think the tariffs in the end are going to be a very, very brilliant move.
Losing weight can feel like an uphill battle, especially with the American diet. From nasty seed oils that hurt us to high fructose corn syrup that makes us even more hungry. Americans have wrecked their gut health. That's where Thermotrim steps in as a smart, science-backed solution. This USA-made fat burner starts by restoring your gut health. Thermotrim has a gut bacteria found in thinner people, but not heavier Americans. Thermotrim helps restore that so you can lose weight. It supports digestion and curbs cravings naturally. Have you tried other products to lose weight and change your gut health? I know I have. For me, Thermotrim is what my body needed. Get Thermotrim to improve your gut health and start losing weight today. Visit redlineremedies.com or snap the QR code. Make sure to use code Gardner to get an additional 20% off. We all feel better when we lose weight, and I want you to live a long and happy life.